Okay, I am live. See, here's my Deadpool shirt. I like Deadpool. He's not like my top favorite, but I enjoy Ryan Reynolds. I enjoy Deadpool. I even didn't mind the Green Lantern movie. To me, I didn't really care with the advertising and shit, or the shitty ending, but I kind of enjoyed the rest of it. It's kind of like the Iron Man movie. Like the last boss fight scene was just fucking awful. Um, and people have a problem with the Green Lantern glowing green shit. I mean, that's kind of like Green Lantern's thing in a way. In a movie type feel versus comic book, he's a bright kind of green. That wasn't a problem with me about Deadpool 2. Um, the supersonic girl in Deadpool, this is going to have spoilers. So she's introduced in this movie again, and she was in the first one. She's in this one, and she introduces this pink-haired Asian girl. I can't remember what her name was, but it was like Pikachu or some fucking weird Asian name, and it was plain fucking awful. This, this Asian girl, she had pink hair, and after she introduces her and says what her name is, she goes, "She's my girlfriend," or something along those fucking lines. I mean, this from the comic books. If you watch Diversity in Comics YouTuber on, I think his name is Zach. He explains all of these lesbians in these comic books, and that's what it reminded me of. It was whenever he was explaining the lesbians in the Marvel comics. That's how this played out exactly. Like there was no reason for them to be lesbians, or in the movie, we had no idea who this girl is. There was no character development. She was just introduced. Neither one of these two people were ever from like the comic books. We had no idea who these mutants are. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with them, but it was just so fucking random, with just shoving them in these main roles. And you have all these other Marvel characters that you could put in the movies. Domino, I think, from what I remember, she was white in the comic books, and then they changed her, so she's a black female now. Um, they may have changed her in the comic books to a black female. So the big deal for me was the fact that they had there was a lot of other left-leaning type of SJW feminism undertones to this movie. I didn't go in there writing everything down because I just wanted to enjoy the movie. But for that alone, I had to my rating would be a 3 out of 5 at best because this kid I'm talking about spoilers, so um, if you're worried about it, go watch the movie and then watch my live stream because I'm gonna post it when I'm done. But anyway, this place where this kid is from, he's like causing trouble. He's blowing shit up in front of the place he just broke out of. All the people that work there, they're all like 30 something or older, religious white males who are also pedophiles and child molesters, all at the same time, and they abuse the kids there too. While they're abusing the kids and torturing them, when they give them their turns about abusing and torturing, they read random fucking religious texts from the Bible, which makes no fucking sense. I mean, even religious people, even if they were to do that, they might be teaching that to their kids, but they're not going to be abusing them and sexually abusing them at the same time while they're reading these religious things. They might teach that to their kids. That's their right as an American citizen to teach whatever philosophy or mythology or whatever they want to their children. That's their job as the parent. Um, for me, all these people who are working at this place that are all white males. Okay, you have all white males that are working there, 30 something or older. They're all child molesters or children. I'm having a hard time believing that. I guess it makes more sense for the story wise, so you can kill them at the end, even though the lesson was like Deadpool got shot so he could sacrifice himself to show the kid at the end of the movie with the special abilities. Now, hey, you don't have to kill every single time, so he can get him to change his future and not be a mass murderer and kill all these people. But what the fuck that happens is they kill everybody working there that's supposedly, a religious child molester, white male. This is again propaganda type of stuff that to me seems like it, because that's the whole thing with the left. They want to make white males like these horrible fucking people, or buffoon or bumbling idiots, mentally challenged people, have no cognitive ability or anything. I mean, that's the same thing they did in Ghostbusters. There's far more examples of it too. It's just ridiculous. And the fact that Deadpool, his sacrifice means nothing because he comes back, Cable saves him, and then he uses the machine because he could only use it one time to come back. And he has the mutants, the lesbian couple fixes it. Okay, so not only are they a perfect lesbian couple, but they're also super geniuses who can magically fix technology from the future. I'm not buying this bullshit. Just not. I mean, I'm not saying nobody who's lesbian can't be smart. But that's also a teenager mutant that's trying to learn how to control their abilities. Is a super genius. I mean, none of those things seem to follow. I'm not buying the story. I mean, there's a lot of other flaws in the movie, but whenever you heavy-handed fist left-leaning ideology and what's supposed to be a fun comic movie relief with action and comedy mixed with violence, shoving left-leaning ideas with maybe some hints of feminism just doesn't jive. It's just ridiculous. My score would have been a lot higher if it wasn't that ridiculous. I mean, there's tons of other ridiculous stuff that doesn't make the movie flow really because of issues with the story. But the left-leaning feminism stuff in the movie fucks the movie more than the other stuff. Like, there's a point where like Deadpool's team, they all pretty much all of them except for like a couple of them get murdered or die, just from like landing and parachuting in, and because of this time machine being fixed by the two females, he's able to magically go back and like fix everything. So the death of his significant other didn't happen. He went back and fixed that. So he's going back and screwing with the timeline. That part didn't really bother me. The parts that did bother me, I mean, there's things here and there that don't really mix, but the political things being shoved in there is more of a failure, I would say, on their end. It's kind of like whenever they messed up Ghostbusters, or it's kind of like how they're messing up Star Wars. It's just stupid. That shit doesn't need to be in there. Like the original Star Wars movies made males and females both look good at the same time. Now, you're not doing that with these new movies. What you're doing is you're screwing them over. That's why I only could give Deadpool like a 3 out of 5 instead of like a 4 or 5 out of 5. There's a lot of great funny parts. The movie had a lot of really cool action scenes and stuff in it. But whenever you make old, like every single male that works at that place is a religious 30-something white male that's also a child abuser and a child molester and tortures these kids. I'm just, I'm not buying that. Um, if you want to say that killing is wrong or a bad thing, I'm not buying it either. When you kill off every single person that was running that place, I mean, it's easy to demonize those people, so it's easier to kill them, I guess. It doesn't make any sense. It's like you know, oh, it's like saying it's only right when they're killing. It's not right whenever they're being abusers. It's all right for us to do it, but not them. Okay, you're killing these people. Yes, they even if they were abusing, that completely negates your point about killing being wrong, because you're still advocating them being killed in the first place. Like me personally, I don't like child molesters and pedophiles. I personally think they're scum, but it makes your message void and mute whenever you kill every single person working there. I'm not buying that everybody working there was exactly the same. I'm sure, a good percentage of them were abusers and child molesters and this and that. It's just ridiculous. And then the 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 Domino character that they changed to black, she goes there and she's like, "Oh, I remember this place. I was abused here too. So let me go fuck shit up." So she goes in there and she fucks shit up, and then her special powers like made it to where whatever she was doing was automatically killing them for her. So it, it wasn't a black chick killing them; it was her special luck powers that was killing all these white people. So it's okay to kill a bunch of white people in this movie. This black person killed a bunch of white people in this movie, but the one Cable kills one black guy or punches him or some shit. I think he punches him. I don't remember if he was punching him or killed him. The point is he only harmed like one black person, and then Deadpool jumps his ass for being racist. I think it was supposed to be like a joking way, but still, like it's okay for Domino, a black female, to kill all these white people. That's fine, like dozens and dozens of white people. But um, one black person gets harmed, and the white guy is automatically called a racist. I just love the double standard. But I think Deadpool was, or he was joking about it, I think, but it doesn't really say that. And then Domino's like, "I'm on this old white dude's side," some shit like that. And I'm not buying this whole bullshit. To me, it just, I think what is going on, I think is the SJWism, left leaning feminism thing is being shoved into the movies. Maybe not like, um, maybe not at first like really strong, but I'm noticing it more and more each movie. It's just like this next. I think they're going to do it in the next movie with Thanos. They're because they're introducing Captain Marvel, and if you've been paying attention to the comic books, Captain Marvel is a butchy-looking male type looking guy. Some pictures she's not, but a lot of pictures, in the comic book she is. And the same dude I was watching Diversity Comics, he's pointing that out too. And I think it was him that I was watching. He was talking about that. And my guess, I mean, I don't know, but from my guess is they're gonna put this really left leaning type of feminist view of the character Captain Marvel into the next movie of Infinity Wars. I think they're going to put her into it. This is me. I'm guessing at what's going to be presented in the next movie. I don't know that that's what's going to be in it, but if I had to guess, um, Marvel, the comic books is leaning hard left in the comics, and if they're going to start doing the same thing with their movies to make their left-leaning Hollywood and um, uh, those type of people happy, they're going to put it in the movies. And the majority of people, they don't really care about that shit. So, I mean, it didn't work well for the comic books. So, guess what's going to happen if they start doing it in their movies? Their movies are just going to fucking bomb really bad. Something else I forgot to mention about Deadpool is I was watching somebody's video. I forget who it was, but the dude who runs the bar, he was in trouble for beating a girlfriend, I guess he was with. He was roughhousing with her, like chipped her tooth and bruised her. Um, and he's been getting in trouble for like public drunkenness and like all kind of different things. And I was surprised when I found that out. Like this movie with such heavy leftist feminism, SJW type of things in it, and then it comes out that their actor is like abusing women. I just find the double standard hilarious. And then they want to make white religious males look bad, but one of their own is like abusing women. Okay, I don't know how that double standard works, but alrighty then. But yeah, I give the movie a 3 out of 5. Could have been better. Should have been better. I think it could have been better than the first one, but with all that shit being shoved in there, yeah, I can't rate it higher than a 3 out of 5. With that, I will end the stream. This what my thoughts were about the movie. Well, Cable was cool. Yeah, I will end my stream there. If you watch, thank you for watching. Um, if you like my review, please give me a thumbs up. If you do not mind subscribing, that would also be appreciated. Thank you.